Good morning, fellow Firewood fanatics. This is Chris, and we're in the woodyard again today. Today is a glorious day. It cooled down. Last night we had a storm come through yesterday. It rained all day. So yesterday I got nothing done in the woodyard, but I did some other work. And today it is sunny. There's a breeze, and right now it's only about 70 degrees, so it's really nice. It is supposed to warm up into the 80s, so it's going to get toasty. So I thought I'd get here early this morning and get some work done. So here's the wood that I got from the land that I've been cutting on, the free wood. This was 4 loads of mostly white oak with a little bit of ash, and I think there was 1 basswood tree in there. So that's that. And then yesterday I was visiting at my mom and dad's, and on my way back I stopped at a friend's land. He had a tree that fell down across his driveway going to the back of his property probably a couple months ago, and I was there and I cut it up, but I didn't have room to haul it back, so I stopped and I picked up part of it. I got like half of the tree that was down, maybe a third of it, something like that. So it's a pickup load, so it ended up being at least a face cord. So another free load of wood. It's a red oak, so I'm going to unload that. And then I'm going to start working on wood, and I haven't decided what to do yet. It'll be a surprise. You'll see in just a minute. Whatever I do after I unload this is what we'll do today. Whew, exciting. Very exciting. Surprise! Here's where we went. I ran to my pallet store, as I call it. Not lots to choose from today. They got a bunch of big ones here which I can't use, but I did get some of these frame things that I put 2 down for use for runners, so I got a bunch of those. So yeah, this is a place where they want to get rid of them. They had a ad in Craigslist like a year ago, and they just said, we'll always have pallets, come get them whenever you want. So I come like once a week, and sometimes I get some really good ones, sometimes I just get a few, sometimes there's nothing. So anyway, that's where I came and got some runners for stacking wood. So now we're gonna go back to the wood yard and do some more work. Okay, firewood fanatics, I made a decision. I'm in a splitting mood today. So this wood that I just got from my buddy's land, and the wood that I cut last week, this pile, I'm going to start splitting. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start up the glacier right here. That's what I call it, the glacier, because it's so slow, because it moves probably about the same speed of most glaciers, maybe a little slower actually. I'm going to start it up and I'm going to do some splitting. And what I'm going to do is start right here in the pile, work that direction. I'm just going to start throwing it right over here, because I'm going to start stacking right in this area right in here, and then kind of just work my way that direction, because I want to eventually open that up over there where I've got all the ash that's split, and I have a gap between the oak, because I go back into the corner back there when I've got to get rid of bark and sawdust and all the woodyard crap that I accumulate as you work on wood. So what I'm going to do is start her up and split. like money. Delicious. Well, that is all the splitting I have time for today. I split for, I don't know, a few hours. I don't know, something like that. I got done a little bit of basswood that I'm throwing over here because I'm going to eventually throw that over there into the mixed hardwood pile, because I don't want that mixed in with the oak, because it isn't. But there's a few pieces of ash in here that I mix once in a while in here. Sometimes I'm throwing them over to the ash pile. It's kind of far to throw it, but if I get a smaller chunk, I'll throw it over there. A little bit of ash in the oak is no big deal, but I'm trying to get most of it chucked over there. So here's what I got done. I just kind of made a pile up against this other pile here, because my plan is that I am going to start stacking probably like right here and do like a single face cord here and then a single face cord here, kind of in between my balsam trees here, my Christmas trees, future Christmas trees anyway. So I'm just going to line them up right in here, and then as I clear out that, then I will start making rows right next to where I've got this maple stacked here, right where Cookie and Woody have been sitting today. So I don't know, if I had to guess, there's probably close to 2 full cords. I don't know. I'll know until I stack it. All I know is that it was up against the pile there and it was going over to here, so I made a big dent, and I got the glacier to do some splitting today, so it got kind of hot. It was about 83 degrees. I was staying in the sun almost the whole time, so now my legs are sunburned because I wear some shorts today, because it's the first time my legs have seen the sun this year. Scary snow, I can tell it's burnt. So that's nice. So anyway, I got a bunch done. Tomorrow I'm going to tack this a little bit in the morning. I only got about a half a day tomorrow. But I think one of my stacking boys is coming tomorrow, and they're gonna, I think Bryant is coming in the morning. He said he's got some time, so I'll have him start here and just continue that way down towards where I stacked, excuse me, the other day, where I started this big pile. And actually he could finish taking some of this stuff, get this squared off in here, and then clean all this garbage out of here where I had stuff before, and then he could start doing single rows here and then separate them. And then we got to attack the ash, and then we got to attack the pine that's over here. So got the pine left to stack. I got lots of ash. There's quite a big pile here. I don't know, if I had to guess, there's got to be 30, 40 face cords here. I don't know. It's a lot. It's a big pile. And then to finish up with this cottonwood and aspen and maple, and then of course finish with this oak. And after all that is done, then I'm gonna attack my 2 loads that I just got, which are up over here. I'll show you those. If you were watching, you saw them the other day, but I'll walk up there. I got a load of barkless oak that was cut a year ago, and when it was cut, it had no bark on it. It was stuff that was from trees that had oak wilt. And it was in a pile for a year, and John, my logger, brought it just the other day. It's over here on the other side of the truck. It's all this barkless oak, which a lot of it is dry already, which is awesome, but there's no bark in any of it, and they're pretty much 99% nice, solid pieces. Starting to crack nicely, so that means they're drying really good. So yeah, that's one whole load there. On his slip, it was 14.5 full pulp cords there, and then this pile across from it, the one he brought the day before, which is right here, which has got a little bit of birch, a bunch of cherry, but mostly maple, and it's all smaller stuff. As you can see, it's not very big. And so this is what I actually would like to cut first, because it's going to probably take the longest to, well, I shouldn't say that, it probably will dry faster than this oak would, because oak dries slow. But anyway, I got lots of cutting to do yet here, so I hope to get going on it and just keep hammering away at it. Right now, in my mind, with all the wood that I've cut this year, from all the truckloads that I bought, the wood that I have cut for free that was in the on the farm, which was a lot of this, the stuff I cut from my buddy's land, my dad's land, stuff I've got off of Craigslist, which was a lot this year, all the pine, all the ash, I mean everything I got was all this stuff on this side is basically all free wood. And so I'm thinking, in my mind, I've got somewhere right around 500 face cords to sell this coming winter. So that's why I want to quick get this stuff done so that it has time to get dry by next year. Even if it's dry a year from now, I can sell it next year for campfire wood in the summer. So I should have 500 face cords, which is awesome. I'd like to have 1,000 or 10,000 or 100,000 because you always want more because you always run out. Anyway, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Please hit the like, subscribe button. Call your friends, your neighbors, your friends, your neighbors' friends, your best friends, girlfriends, wife, sisters, cousin. Call them all. Tell them to watch. I'd appreciate it. And I'll see you tomorrow. Same wood time, same wood channel. Good night, Irene.